Alright, Wynn.
Hi.
It is 4:44.
It's 4:44 and we are in Branton, Ohio, where they have changed the location of the election from this street, from this church to that church over there, neither of which are clearly marked in any way apart from 3 orange cones they have over in that parking lot. For about 2 hours they were out of paper in the electronic machines, so they weren't creating the...
Two of the three were out.
2 of the 3, I'm sorry. 2 of the 3 were out of paper for a while, and then the technicians came and fixed it. They weren't necessarily offering paper ballots to the people who were waiting, and some people ended up leaving, just giving up. And so we are filming. We spoke to a man in the parking lot who would not let us interview him, but he did say that he waited for over an hour and that he was the first in line to not do a paper ballot, that he just left because he couldn't, because they didn't offer him a paper ballot. But what else?
That's it. Let's make sure we got the location of the new polling space. It was moved across the street from one of the other churches over to the Baptist church. Apparently what was told to us was that the polling place is wherever a American flag outside is. So yeah, I know. The space itself is marked by 3 orange cones. No other area, no other thing to say it. So just let me. This is the space with Wynn.
Hi.
Exiting. So, hi, I'm Jackson. I'm with Video the Vote.
I'm John Zale, and I John Zale, consent for Video the Vote, my image, likeness, and protection for the documentation project. I'm here at Miller Township because they called and they wanted to know. They had a machine that needed paper replaced because we had so many voters that it took up all the paper and had to replace the roll. Another machine, the paper had jammed, and my job was to straighten that out. And while I was here, I changed the paper in the 3rd machine just to be so it wouldn't hold anybody up later on. And other than that, things are going great.
Thanks.
Thanks very
Bye-bye.
much.
Thank you very much. Timestamp 4:51. All right, ready when you are.
All right, I, Chris Bernard, consent for Video the Vote to use my image or likeness for their election protection documentation project. I'm also the Knox County Board of Elections observer, which means I can visit any precinct in Knox County. I arrived here at 2:24 p.m. This is the Miller Precinct in Brandon, Ohio, and I came in, and the building over there with the green label is labeled 13520, and that is the usual polling place for this area. When I got to the door was locked with no sign on it. I have a digital photo that shows that. I went into the church next door.
Oh yeah, I have a picture of the church.
to that small building, and they told me, oh, the polling place had been moved over here. As you can see, there's still no sign here. So when I came in, I asked Pat Jackson, who is the precinct judge at this location, to go and put a sign on that door, which is a very flimsy yellow sign, but at least it's on the door. I have occasionally come out to notice people parking in that other lot and wondering where the polling place is, and I've told them to come over here. The people at this precinct have said that everyone should have gotten a notice in the mail about the change in polling location, but you know, you can't guarantee that people got that at the last minute. I talked to people who said that that is the normal polling location, and that this is the first time they've ever voted here. So now it's almost 5 o'clock. As you had documented, there was 2 service technicians who came to help with voting machine problems when I arrived. One of the voting machines had a paper jam in it. A man named Ray Wright with the Knox County Board of Elections tried to fix the paper jam. It didn't work, so he called in John Zale, who came in and replaced all 3 rolls of paper on all 3 machines. But during that time, that was between 2:24 when I arrived and then 3:46, a second machine went down due to lack of paper, and then it was at 4:15 that John Zale replaced all three. So it was about an hour and 45 minutes that 2 out of the 3 that there were machine issues. So now they're back up and running, but during that time people were waiting over an hour, and this is a fairly small precinct. So that's all I got.
Thanks. Timestamp 5:30. What's the deal, Lynn? What just happened?
We have just seen the re-entry of the technician who was here about 30 minutes ago, replacing the paper in all 3 of the machines just as a precaution, partially because 2 of the 3 were broken, but he's just re-entered saying that due to high voter turnout, he needs to replace another one of the paper rolls. We're a little bit skeptical because we've seen about a dozen, maybe 2 dozen voters in the past hour or so, but that's about all we know. Anything else?
Over and out.
Over and out, yeah.